To millions of Mexicans and tourists alike, Mexican culture means different things to different people. To me, the Mexican culture travels while I'm visiting the country or representing the culture in the United States. Language, family, and traditions are what stand out the most within my definition to this culture. As a child, my first spoken language was Spanish. I don't recall learning Spanish initially, but I am proud that I did. Spanish is spoken by 90% of the Mexican population. The other 10% are indigenous languages. Learning Spanish with my parents at such a young age gave me a chance to communicate amongst my family in Mexico during vacations. I knew many family members who were lost within the language and found it very difficult to communicate while overseas. I use Spanish on a daily basis, assisting families at work, talking on the phone with my mother, or just local civilians out in the community. Most Hispanic friends of my age never learned Spanish, but felt the importance to keep the culture alive and thriving. If I wasn't able to speak Spanish, I would feel lost within my culture. Family units are usually large within Mexican cultures, with traditional gender roles and extensive family involvement from the external members who assist one another on the day-to-day life. There's a strong connection among family members. Parents are treated with high regard and degree of respect, as is the family in general. There may be constant struggle to anyone who wants to challenge traditional ways within the family. Luckily, I value family much more because of the family values that I have learned. My parents worked to provide for our family. Typical traditional roles in the Mexican household require the female to do the chores, cooking, cleaning, and taking care of the children. During life's challenges and curveballs, my mother and father helped one another. My mother worked while my father was ill and assisted with the day-to-day chores around the house. They traded off traditional gender roles, and I received and viewed what equality was within the household. These are qualities that I'd like to have my future family to have. Holidays. Who doesn't love the holidays? Gathering for traditions with the little ones, eating the best foods of the season. Yes, I'm referring to tamales and pozole. My two favorite holidays are Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead, and Navidad, Christmas. The Day of the Dead is a holiday celebrated by friends and family members of those who have passed away and gather together. We pray for them, bring altars, and traditional items that we thought of while they were still alive. We paint our faces and mourn our past loved ones by creating those altars, which represent the first initial memories that we thought of them while they were living. Navidad, similar to Christmas in the US, is full of gifts. The difference is Mexican culture sticks to its traditional roles and represents baby Jesus' birth. Celebrating Christmas in the US feels more materialistic. For me, when given the chance to celebrate amongst my family in Mexico, I feel more at home to the culture. Although I do not get to visit Mexico as often as I did, I do my best to be a part of the Mexican culture and keep the traditions alive that are most near and dear to my heart. Thank you.